Hi guys, welcome to another juicy vlog.
And hello to all of you people who've never met before, who may have been on this video because you've just watched our programme on Channel 4.
We're George and Lucy and we've just been on, it's just finished
a minute ago,
If you're watching this as soon as it goes up, we've just been on Hello Stranger on Channel 4.
Yes.
Now this TV show has caused a bit of a stir, so we thought we would come on here, the people from the show, and talk about it, answer some questions about the show, about filming it, behind the scenes.
And if you haven't already seen the show, make sure you go and watch that and then come back and watch this video because then it'll make a bit more sense. This has generated a lot of press so far. I mean, Aaron, the guy who hypnotised us on the show, has been all over every radio station I've ever heard of, basically. We've been in papers,
TV guides,
we've been
articles written all over the internet.
Don't you just love getting a TV guide and finding yourself in it?
For our regular viewers, this is crazy, guys.
There we are.
That's crazy. A full page in that one. It's been crazy for us. We filmed the show last October, so it's been a little while waiting for it to come out, but we're so excited that it's finally out. We can finally get all your reactions. We want to turn this video into a discussion, so please leave us a comment.
Let us know honestly what you think. The main reason we've done this video, I think, is because a lot of people have been asking us one question.
There's one main question that we need to cover. Is this show real?
Are we actors? It's basically what people are saying. I'm going to start by saying I didn't do very well in drama at school. So I feel like I'm not acting.
We can confirm that the show is real. The show is real. There's no script, there's no structure.
And if the guys with Channel 4 had come to us, a wall-to-wall who actually produced the show, if they come to us and said, look, we need you to do a bit of acting here and kind of go along
with this,
we would have said no.
Definitely.
We turned down brand deals for this channel because we don't think it's natural and organic for our audience. We wouldn't have said yes to a fake TV show.
Yeah, and I don't think Channel 4 would even, Channel 4, if you're not even in the UK and you're watching this, Channel 4 is one of the biggest TV channels.
And it's all documentaries and all real life stuff happening.
It's a serious channel. Obviously the show's fun and entertaining and stuff, but Channel 4's a big deal. They're not just gonna put something out that is scripted or we're acting or something like that. So yes, the show is real.
And in terms of the hypnotising side of things, obviously we're not doctors. Aaron's actually a qualified doctor, a GP, which is insane.
He's medically trained, yeah.
And he explains this a bit better than we can in an interview here with Radio 5 Live.
Have a listen.
When we had to prove to Channel 4 that this was possible, that we could actually make this programme happen, we did actually prove it with a completely different couple. They were married, and they took part in the experiment, and they were absolutely brilliant. So we wanted to make sure that this genuinely worked. I'm still in touch with them. They're doing very well, but they were never put through the same tasks and sort of same dates that Lucy and George were. But when we came to filming it, because of the sort of responsibility to Channel 4 for the couple with regards to sort of whether they'll break up or they'll stay together, we didn't want to do it anyone who was married or anyone who had children. So what we had to do was bring in a lot of different couples. And Lucy and George, although they have aspirations for sort of being on TV or they're currently vloggers, the biggest part for us was that their ingenuity and their creativity that they bring to that work is what made them great subjects. So often people think it's the stupid people that sort of fall for hypnosis, but it's not. It's the intelligent people with the good imaginations, because it's a state of concentration. And so because Lucy and George are very intelligent and they are very creative individuals, they were very open to suggesting hypnosis. And throughout the show and throughout the testing phase before we filmed, I had to make sure that I was 100% sure that not one of them or one part of them was faking in any sort of way.
So we're going to answer a few questions now, which I'm sure a load of you guys want to ask. We've already had questions in our DMs. The first one is, what does it feel like to be hypnotised? So what wasn't shown on the show was the time that Aaron took to actually get us in and out of the hypnotic state. So this was kind of a 30-minute-ish
40 minutes
session every time he was bringing us in and out. So you don't see that on the show. It looks like Aaron just clicked his fingers and our heads
That's why people are asking questions, I think, because that's a typical gimmicky kind of thing, get on your hands and knees, bark like a dog. It wasn't like that. You still know who you are when you're in this state, but just things are changed and you're made to think things that are real aren't real and the other way around. And it's basically you get mind blocks. You know when you wake up and you've had a dream and you're trying to tell someone about this dream but you can't quite work it out. It's kind of like that. For me, that's the best way to describe it. Another question we've been asked is how did you manage this? How has this show come about? It wasn't one of them things you see advertised on Facebook, apply for this show. It was very different actually. So the producers found our YouTube channel and thought these guys look like fun. Let's put their relationship to the test, and they approached us, which is really cool.
Yeah, so it started off with an email and they said, hey, we're from a production company, we're working with Channel 4 on a brand new show. They didn't tell us much of the concept at first.
At all.
They said it would be to do with relationships and things. Would we be interested in having an initial chat with them? We said, yeah, that sounds cool.
So after many Skype calls, many times up in London, we had like 5 or 6 visits with Aaron beforehand, sort of checking we were susceptible to hypnotism firstly, and also kind of seeing what we were like on camera.
Because not everyone is susceptible.
No.
I think it's 60% of people aren't.
You'll see at the beginning of the show, they like show some of the people that are trying to be hypnotised and they're just like, it just doesn't work with them.
They tried a load of couples out for this show. It wasn't always going to necessarily be us, but we were so glad that it was, because we had so much fun filming it, didn't we?
So good. People have also been like, what was it like actually filming it? Like, how did it feel being up there? It was filmed in London, as you've probably seen from the show, and like, what was it like day to day? And like, it was a really strange experience for us because we lived together. We spent every second of every day together, mostly, and we were separated, so we were in 2 different parts of London for the whole week. Phones taken away from us. No, you remember on the videos, and we were like, oh, we can't be on social media for this week, guys. That's why. No laptops, no phones, no iPads, no access to social media, no access with each other. It was basically like we were literally single, separated for this whole week.
It was a total blackout of everything. Some tweets we saw saying, this show's impossible, this couldn't work, this couple lived together. What about their phones? What about social media? What about their phone wallpapers? What about their messages? Obviously, that was all taken away from us, so it really was a complete kind of blackout.
Even things like when we met again for the first time on this date, they said that we can't be wearing we can't take perfumes with us, what you normally wear, or aftershave, because that might trigger certain things. Before we got up there, things like that were taken care of.
Like, Channel 4 took this so seriously. It's an hour show, but it was filmed over 4 days, and they were full filming days.
More than 4 days.
Yeah.
We had a few days here as well.
True, they came to the flat, they came to Worthing, we walked around the town. So they took it super seriously. And even on one of the dates, Aaron has to come and give me a top up because he was seeing signs that I was kind of slipping out of it, or it wasn't quite strong enough.
I think I had that on one date as well. I was watching and it was like, I think I kind of wasn't maybe connecting with my date. It was as though I didn't want to be on it because I didn't feel like I was single. I think he like, had to put me back into this state and not start again, but kind of give me
like a
boost.
refresher.
Yeah.
And we've actually only just found out, which is weird, from watching one of Aaron's interviews, that he was actually doing mini tests on us as we went along filming.
It's crazy.
Apparently we passed them, but it was only when we watched that interview we realised he was doing that, because at the time
didn't know.
we honestly had no idea.
He never told us this. Aaron, you're watching.
Like, we had a lot of involvement with the show. We obviously are a huge part of the show, the main part of the show, and we were fully involved, but that was one thing that I was like, Aaron.
But then I suppose if he'd said that, we'd have been conscious and trying to pass these tests. So it's kind of like all for good reason that he didn't tell us.
The thing with hypnosis, and Aaron told us this, is that you just don't fight it. You just have to relax. It's an extreme state of being very relaxed, but also extremely focused at the same time.
And he explained it well to us. I remember on one of our first visits up to London, he said, you know when you're driving a car, you're driving for like 10 minutes and you think, literally don't know how I got here, and like your mind's just kind of doing its own thing. You've clearly not hit into any other cars, you've been able to drive, but you don't actually remember doing it. It's a bit like that, just that part of your mind. If you can reach that part of your mind, then you're more likely to be susceptible.
And Aaron does this. He's a full-time hypnotist. He does stage shows.
Like Edinburgh Fringe and stuff.
Yeah, it's what he does, and he's got medical background, so he managed to access parts of our brain. What Aaron did on us was something called amnesia hypnosis.
Yes.
So it's not like bark like a dog, or you now think you're a chicken.
Yeah, it's not like gimmicky at all. It's like science.
Another question we keep getting asked is, how do you actually feel, and what do you feel when you're under hypnosis? People keep saying, do you remember filming the show? Do you remember any of your dates?
Yeah, so
and we're
hard
like,
to answer,
yes, we do.
We know it's still us.
Because you're fully there and you can see everything, you know what's going on.
But then there are some bits, like for me, that I don't remember. Like when we've watched the show back, it's a bit like, oh, I don't kind of remember saying that. Like I said, like once you've woken up for a dream and you try and remember things, it feels a little bit like that.
Yeah, and because there was like normal nerves around filming a show. Like, we're used to just vlogging, holding our own camera up, editing our own videos.
Small screen to big screen.
Yeah, suddenly we're sat there.
Yeah.
There's 4 cameras all around. There's lights, there's producers,
up.
there's people with clipboards. There's like 2 or 3 people strapping microphones to us and sellotaping them in and stuff.
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. Like, having a whole film crew around you, and you're like the person that is like, not the star because we're not celebrities, but
I'd say we were.
We're the ones that the show's kind of about, like the objects almost. So like you get to filming in the morning and like they'd have a coffee waiting for you from your order from yesterday, like things like that. And like I'd be like crossing a road and one of the guys would be like, oh, careful, because like if anything happened to me, then the show's not happening. Like, it's a really weird experience.
Like a car would just pull up and they'd say, oh, this is us, George, just hop in, and then we'd be taken to these secret locations to film, so we didn't know where each other were.
Or even ourselves, really, because we just kind of turn up somewhere. Like we wouldn't be, it's like, where are we going today? Oh, we can't tell you.
Yeah.
And obviously this was like months ago, and One of the main reasons it's been postponed was because originally the show was going to be on E4. It actually was bumped up from E4 to Channel 4, which is insane. So it went from like 500,000 to 2.5 million viewers, and that was really exciting. But because it was such a long wait, people are like, how have you kept this a secret for this long? Like, why haven't you told anyone? How come you haven't told your friends and family? Like, we've had to be so careful because we've signed all these like documents, and that's why it's been like the secret project on here for so long, because we've actually physically, like legally, not been allowed to say.
Yep, contractually.
Contractually.
Good word.
Is it a word?
Yeah, it's a word.
If you have come here from the TV show and you've been searching it and this video's come up, then go check out what else we do, because we love doing like daily kind of style videos, travel videos, what we get up to in our days, and we've got some super exciting stuff planned for the future.
We do. We've got some big plans already, kind of off the back of this, and just generally that we have planned as well, coming up very soon.
And we don't want you guys to miss out, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, and like this video to help us out.
We would so appreciate it, I think, if you enjoyed the show. If you subscribe to our channel, watch some of our videos. This is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we love doing. Join the family.
Yes, exactly. The juicers, I think we've called them, or you've called yourselves. And as we said before, we want this to be a discussion. So even if after this you still don't believe us, you still got questions, comment below, and we're happy to have a chat with you about it and kind of see what your thoughts are.
Definitely. If there's enough questions and they're interesting, we might even do another kind of Q&A video about this.
If they're not interesting, then we won't.
There's also talk of getting Aaron on the vlog.
Yes.
So you guys can see like unedited, just camera and us, no film crew, nothing else, just us, Aaron, you guys.
Let us know if you'd like that, comment below.
Yeah, and we'll do some fun stuff with Aaron.
Yes.
We'll introduce you to Aaron, and we can show you in a real life kind of situation how cool the stuff that he does is.
We've linked our Instagrams below and Twitters and everything, so make sure you go and follow us on them as well.
And just one last thanks to Channel 4. We absolutely loved filming the show, and we hope everyone who watched it has enjoyed it, and we know it's caused a stir, which we love, which is great.
And if it does well, Channel 4 are going to do a whole series, so if you're enjoying it, share it around your friends, let everyone know what you think.
You might be able to apply one day. You might be able to go through the same experiment that Lucy and I went through.
Yes, insane.
And how are we feeling post-show, which I guess you're wondering? I think straight after the filming we felt really good.
It was
we
a
were
nice
so
feeling.
glad with the outcome of the show.
If you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out, because we don't want to spoil the ending. But it was a really nice feeling at the end,
It got quite emotional at the end.
I was crying.
Yeah, on camera, like if you haven't seen the show. It was a huge thing to put our relationship kind of on a test in front of the nation, in a way. Alright guys, so hit that subscribe button. We'd love it if you stuck around on the channel.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Like we said, if you haven't seen it already, go check out the TV show. It was, so you can find it on Catch Up, Channel 4, 10 PM, Tuesday the 5th of June.
Yes.
Check it out. Let us know what you think.
Leave a comment, ask some questions. We'd love to have a chat, discussion with you guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.